Hello. I would like to use this video to show what life is like as a black trans female in society today. I actually have a close friend who is trans and is actually a drag queen, and I've watched one of my favorite shows is RuPaul's Drag Race, and so I've been able to see how this can affect someone, not only someone I know personally, but just from the ways I've observed. So I'm going to be using my friend as a basis for this report. So I am a black trans female. That means I was born as a male, but I identify as a female. My job is dressing in drag and performing for an audience. I have costumes, I do makeup, hair. It takes me hours to get ready. My boyfriend is actually a costume designer, so he makes a lot of my outfits, and it's not a normal gig. I was affected a lot by the pandemic, but I love it. It's my passion. I hope to be admitted onto RuPaul's Drag Race someday and be on national television. But my life has not been easy. I am black, but I am also actually biracial. And my father and his wife have been very accepting of my lifestyle and love me unconditionally. But my mother is a Republican, part of the moral majority, and that's not so much a problem as is just the way she treats me. She treats me as if I am going to be sentenced to a life of eternal damnation because of my lifestyle and because of my choices. And I came out to her when I was a teenager, and she's been treating me worse and worse over the years since. Also, in society, I'm afraid to go out in public dressed up as a woman because of hate crimes. Even when I was still identifying as cisgender, I was afraid to get out of the car and walk to a venue dressed as a woman. I would just take all the stuff with me and get dressed because I didn't want to be treated badly. I didn't know if somebody would walk up to me on the street and beat me up or try to drag me into a back alley somewhere. Also, as a man who is biracial, I find it difficult to fit in with white society sometimes, and I find it difficult to fit in with black society sometimes because I'm both, and I have been treated more poorly though over time, over my life, by white people, and black people have always been more accepting of me. I was very involved in the BLM movements during the pandemic because, as you know, I wasn't working. I couldn't do any of my gigs during the pandemic, so I was very involved politically, and I like to use my art form of drag to talk about politics and use it as that platform. And I definitely just have kind of a double whammy. Not only am I black and I'm treated differently in society because of that, but I am also have a different gender identity. At first it was just a different sexual identity, and that was hard enough, and now I'm transitioning into becoming a woman, and it's become even harder because even on social media you see all kinds of hate towards transgender people. People are a lot more comfortable to talk about a transgender lifestyle than they are to be openly racist or openly homophobic. But my lifestyle has basically turned into a series of political issues, and I feel like I don't fit in, and I feel like I have self-esteem issues because of that, because I can't help who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am to fit into any kind of mold to please anyone. I think the hardest thing, though, is being rejected by my own mother, who birthed me, and just can't seem to accept me for exactly who I am, and she doesn't understand that that's not going to change who I am, and it only pushes people away and makes them think poorly of other white people or other people who go to church or who identify with, the Republican Party and things like that. So, all in all, my life is not easy, and I just have to deal with it. Basically, I have to live in fear a lot of times because of hate crimes from two different sides. But all I can do is find people who love me and accept me for who I am and try to stay within those circles and do what makes me happy rather than being worried about what other people think of me or how they will treat me. It's a journey, but there are other people on this journey with me, and there are people who love me through it, and that's what helps me get by. Thanks for listening.